So Jackie Bushler, 11 thousandths over Juan, and that means she's exactly 1/10 ahead of Beth McClure. Now there's 3/10 back to Sue Rudy, so quite the battle heating up in L2. And Beth still doesn't have what she would call a representative run on the left side. So we'll have to see if Beth can get that cleaned up in the morning and take the fight back to those ladies at the top of L2. C Street out there. Jason Marshall comes through with a slower run of 42.6. Manfred Reiser also no help, 43.0 on the right. Zachary Lemoyne and Andy Nielsen are going to be next to finish. You're going to have to wait to see your leader Paul Brown because his wife Meredith is just now getting done running in L2. So they'll give him some time to cool off the tires before
looks good.
Jan Rowe, Laura Campbell.
It was about a week late.
L3.
Yeah, third light, man. As soon as the third yellow light comes on, just let it go.
Laura slows down by 1.6 seconds.
I had to clutch all the way on the floor instead of
44.5 left for Jan. So I just Laura Campbell.
Minute log.
Slept through it.
Yeah. So that's help for Laura Julie Tooth out there in the Rabbit as well.
I had to clutch all the way on the floor on that one instead of up at the sweet spot.
Manfred and Jason out on course. Julie 60-ish reaction time.
Don't move or David will get run over. Or lose an arm.
We wait on Julie Tooth to come through the 53.2, slows down by about 3 tenths. On the left side. So we have just heard like that. We wait on Jason and Manfred. Manfred was smoking fast this morning. Had some opportunities to take it to Paul Brown, but had some trouble with cones, I believe. 217 slower, 2.217 slower for Rice on the left, 42.470. Jason Marshall on the side, right, with a 43.836. So again, these folks really struggling to gain time. If I remember correctly, Manfred had a 41.5 or so on the left side, had an off course on it. So we'll have to see if he can put that kind of time down while staying on course. Andy Nielsen speeds up by about a tenth with a 42.5 on a 5:37. So she does pick up some time in the L3 class.
I'm not making up any time, am I?
Jan Rowe, Laura Greasy next to finish. plus one for
second
Jan,
driver,
45.2,
tires are
slows
already
down and
blistering
gets
hot,
going on
and
the right.
everything there's hot too.
1.1 seconds slower for Laura Campbell on the left with 40.
They're not crazy hot.
Kim Whitener still leading the way by 2 seconds over Michelle Seeley, even though she and Michelle gained time this afternoon. Laura Campbell is actually holding down the third spot in L3. So we'll have to see if she can improve on some of those runs. She's a fair ways off of her morning times so far. Andy Nielsen throwing on the 479 red light there in the FRS as Julie Tooth came through with her fastest run on the right side of 49.456, 49.456 for Julie Tooth in the Rabbit. Fastest by about 5.5 seconds. Manfred Reiser slows down on the right a little bit. He's pretty close, but not quite there. 2 tenths slower, 42.538, 42.538 for Reiser. Jason Marshall slows down on the left as well, 42.5, a lot closer to where he was at. 42.5, about 7 tenths slower than his 41.8 from this morning on the left. 562 light, 579 light, so good news, 500 lights. Annie Nielsen speeds up by 24 thousandths in a second, granted 21 thousandths. For Caitlin on the right with a 702 light. Chesnut really pushing the tree, trying to find time. 43.384 on a 524 light. So unfortunately, still about 7 tenths slower than
launch though. 524. Yeah, it's getting slimy on. It's just slickery. It was drifty for me out there too.
In L3.
But they're getting more.
Still having some trouble finding some time out there. Gets her fourth right run down in with a 43.723 on a 699 light. Slows down by
take the little wins here and there, you know? There you go.
You not like it?
Julie Tooth is going to be next to finish. Gets her fastest left side run with a 50.881, 50.881 for Julie. Good fast time for her, even on the 1.1 second sleepy reaction time. Jason Marshall, Manfred Rice are going to be next to finish. Manfred comes through with a 43.0 on the left, slows down by about 7 tenths. Jason comes through with a 43.1 on the right, also slows down by a bit, so going to be no help for either one of them. Zachary Lemoyne, Lawrence Stoltz on the right side, both have red lit. Unlikely to see any time gains for these guys, obviously. Andy Nielsen picks up a 10th on the left side, 42.4. 44.948, 44.948 for Caitlin. Jan Rowe slows down on the right side by 4/10 with a 45.007 on a 6:18 light. Laura Campbell on the left side slows down by about 9/10, 43.914. So Laura again, along with Kim and Michelle at the top of L3, finding no time this afternoon. Other folks seem to be finding a little bit of time in L3, but the top three did not. Mike McShane, Michael Parker, your leaders in SF. Come through. McShane back first. No, actually, Parker's back first. Slowed down by about 4/10, 43.5 on a 9:13 light on the right. McShane 8:31 light with a 43.5 is slower by about 5/10. So both those guys leaving a little bit of time in the tree. Not enough that it would have made much of a difference in the overall results, though. Robert Browning next to come through. He picks up time 44.288. 44.288 on a 7:22 light. Greg Reno picks up a full second on the left side.